To submit a ticket in Pulse, it's a very simple process. When logged into Pulse, go to the top right-hand corner and select Support. This will open up a brand new web page and it'll bring you to the knowledge base. Specifically, the knowledge base carries articles and information on typical questions or additional training pieces people might have in regards to Pulse. You can use a search engine and look for articles and type in any type of question you may have. Now, there may be an article that already answers your question that you're going to submit a ticket on, so be sure to check here first before submitting a ticket. If you still can't find the answer you're looking for, click Submit Ticket here on the top. You're going to see that there's 4 options that you can actually choose from: Support, Training Request, Change Request, and Feature Requirement. Support is first and foremost. That's if you actually have a concern or request, or if you need help with something that's found in Pulse. Training request is if you are working on something and you need a little bit more information on how to properly use it, or if you're working with a client and you need to gain a little bit more information on how to deliver that training to a client, this is where we would assist you. Change request is if you have people within your properties that have a specific role, but they need to have that role changed to something different. We can do this for you as we have the correct permission sets to do so. Finally, a feature requirement, which is if you have a good idea or you'd like to see something else implemented in Pulse that would really help, this is how you would submit one of those. So we're going to click on Support, as this is going to be your typical time to submit a ticket. What we ask for is very simple when it comes to submitting a ticket. Your first and last name, your email, the priority of your concern, the property name that you're actually submitting on, a subject, and finally your message. A couple things to note here is that priority, urgent means that it needs to be responded to as soon as possible. High is still very high priority. Normal is typical what we tend to see for a general question. And low is just something that you may have a slight question or comment, but it's not very time sensitive. Typically with Pulse, with the support team, a ticket is answered within 24 hours. And depending upon the question itself, it could even be answered as quick as 12 hours within the same day. Moving on, a couple of things to note here. If you are submitting a ticket, make sure that you have a very strong subject line and make sure that you add as much detail as possible when actually asking your question in your ticket. The more information you can give us, the better. Be thorough. If you give us a lot of information, then we can quickly look at the information, find a solution, and get back to you as quickly as possible. Once you're done adding in all these items, you can also attach a file if you have a screenshot or maybe any other type of document report that you may need for us to see, and simply click Submit. Once you do that, we'll get back to you. Thanks.